Hey y'all, it's Jen. So glad you're here with me. I put out a video each week, so do come back and join me. All links and information will be listed below. In this video, we're going to get a look at the 2021 Cultivate What Matters Powersheets. Is this goal-specific planner something that's right for you? Keep watching to see. So this is my first ever goal-specific planner. I'm going to apologize already in the beginning of this video because it is windy outside and I do have wind chimes. So if you hear that, that's what's going on. So this is a specific goal planner. It is from Cultivate What Matters. It is called Powersheets. I got the magnetic page markers also to use with this specifically. They're so cute. So excited to try those out. So here's your first opening page. You have a nice envelope to put papers. I appreciate that. This is heavy duty right here. You have the corners that are covered, so you're not going to poke yourself. The size of this planner is 7 3/4 by 10.5 inches. It is gold O-ring binding. I paid $45 for this. The shipping was an additional $5. And it arrived to my house in 6 business days. This is a very thick, sturdy cover. And you have the metal capped edges so that they're not poking anything. I appreciate that. Like I said, inside cover, you have an envelope, your landing page. The paper in here is nice and thick. It's 120 GSM. So I'm going to paper test this as I use it. So I'll show you later on as I'm using it, the review on the pen testing with markers and things like that. I'm more curious to see, since this is my first goal planner, how this is laid out. I've obviously done a little bit of research before I got this just to see what it was like, but I want to use it for myself and relate to you all to see if it's something that you want to try out for yourself. You do have an extensive quantity of prep work that is involved with this planner. I do not mind that at all, given the fact that sometimes I like to narrow down my focuses. I have a bit of a monkey mind, and so the planning world for me is to get a hold of that monkey mind, try to narrow it down, streamline things, organize my brain and my life so that I can be a little bit more intentional with what I'm doing. So you do have some color in this. They did have different options. They have a solid blue, which is similar to this blue. They have a lighter pink that's a solid cover in this as well. And then they have this floral print. So they have about me pages just so you can kind of narrow down things about yourself. Maybe you've never taken a self-inventory. Maybe you've never done anything like the Enneagram or anything like that. So this can help you narrow down things about yourself to get to your goals, what motivates you, what drives you, and how this planner can help you achieve those things based on who you are as a person and what your motivations are. So all these pages here, check boxes about me, what fires you up, what makes you come alive. And they do have prompts here to help you, so you're not just left with a blank page. So you have examples down here of being outdoors, generosity, time with family, seeing the ocean. They have like 3 more. So that is really helpful because for some people, a blank page is super, super intimidating. I sometimes appreciate a blank page, but I also do appreciate these prompts because you can get caught up on thinking about a question and your mind goes blank. So I do like how under each question you do have some explanation. You have little quotes throughout so far. And then you have your life segmented here into different areas, which a lot of goal planners I've seen through my research have that. I think that's a really good idea because I think as a person we're multifaceted. So you have to break things down sometimes in order to get where you're going and figure out which areas of your life that you want to work on more than others at the moment. And you can reevaluate in this planner, like I said, quarterly. So you can always change up what you're doing. So the areas they have it broken down into are health, friends, finances, spiritual or personal growth, relationships, family, work, and recreation. You can sticker this, you can write this, you can do it however you want to. And then you've got separate sections here for good things, gratitude, things that worked in the last year. These are all for the last year. It looks like people you were grateful for, lessons that you learned, so things that you can evaluate before moving on into the future. How do you accept defeat? Who are you really? What is holding us back? This, for me, this year is a big part of my life. Moving past fear, feeling the fear and doing it anyway, getting out of your comfort zone. It's part of the reason I'm doing this. So I think that this is a huge question. And I think that a lot of people had a lot of fears come up in 2020, different areas of their life. And I think that that's an awesome question, because for the most part, a lot of time what holds us back is fear. It asks you the questions about the future. So long term in your life, what do you want to accomplish? Yes and no list. What are you saying yes to this year and what are you saying no to this year? That's huge. So I'm really liking the prompts at this point in the prep work. And maybe you're not a person that wants to do a lot of prep work. I think that there is always customization as far as what you do. You may go through and hit some of these big points and move along and get started in your planning. But I do think that if you have the extra time and you can push yourself past answering some questions and really look into evaluating yourself, it's very, very helpful in moving forward in what you really want to accomplish over the year. Because a lot of times we get set up and we have goals that we want to accomplish, but not understanding yourself, what motivates you and what limits you, can keep you from reaching those goals. So I'm really digging this so far as the questions that they're asking. This is asking you to kind of visualize through questions what you want your year to look at, what you want to be known for, how would it look like to live your best vision for the year. And I realize that this is the middle of February when I'm going over this. You can do this whenever. You could start this in March or April, even May. I mean, at any point in time, you can evaluate how you want your life to be and how you want your life to go and what goals you want to accomplish. Dive in whenever you get the urge to. I think it's super helpful. Don't be constrained with time and all of that. So they go through a list of how they recommend to break down your goals. So yearly goals are the big things, breaking them down even further. They give the steps how to do that. And then the 90-day plan is how they have this set up quarterly. Who do you want to be? The big pictures of what happens years from now. And then once you get through the big things, they want you to simplify, take it down to micro goals. You've got space here for a vision board. I do a vision board. For me, I'm a very visual person, so I think it's very helpful to lay things out. I have a vision board in my Traveler's Daily Notebook. I have a vision board that is hanging up on the wall. I don't think you can have too many, but I do try to stick the same things on the vision boards, the one that I have on the go and the one that I have in my house. They give you 8 spots for goals for the year, big goals like yearly goals. I think that's quite a lot. For some people that may be too many. So if you only want to choose 3 huge goals for the year, I think that's perfectly acceptable, especially if they're really, really big goals. And then this is for if you do the word of the year. I do the word of the year. So I'll be putting mine here. I already have it written on my vision board. But if you're not familiar with making a word of the year, they have some prompts here on how to define what kind of word you want to use. Basically, it's just thinking of the overall theme for your year. How do you want to set your year up? What do you want to push towards? What do you want to change about yourself, your life, something like that, and then condensing it down to one word. Also, a warning, I do have a young child here at home who's not in school yet. He's too young, so if the video gets choppy, I apologize. I'm a mom. There's interruptions. A lot of you might be moms that are watching, so you can totally understand. So past the word of the year, they have a little cute little play on the planner being floral. And it says it's time to bloom where you planted, and how to grow a garden, how to stay motivated. So that's really cute. All right, now we're getting into action plans, yearly goal, your why for that, resources that you need for that goal. What does this goal align me with? My big picture, my yes or no list, or my word of the year? And then you have 4 boxes here. What success looks like, what happens if I don't start, or what happens if I don't make progress on this goal, the people who can be positively affected, and how can you have fun along the way? I know for me that's a huge thing, and I appreciate them asking that question, because I tend to get super motivated, have all these things in my head, and then I get super focused, and then I forget to have fun. And that's what makes life so much better, is having fun along the way. So I think that's super important. Mini goals, action steps, and then you have the same thing for all your goals. So you should have 8 of these pages here to align with your 8 big yearly goals. I'm gonna flip through all these because it's the same layout on each page for all those 8 goals. And here you have your quarters broken down. So you have 3 months on each 4 quarters. And I'm starting midway into quarter 1, and you know what? That's okay. And if you start here at the end of quarter 1, that's okay. You still have the majority of the time to go. This is just talking about how you can customize, some of the ways you can customize your pages here through their website, stickers, that kind of stuff. You do have, I don't think I mentioned this, but you do have a little sticker book that comes with this. So that's cute. And everybody, I mean, you can get stickers anywhere. My goals, you can print them out yourself online. You can buy them through different companies. There are a ton of Etsy sticker makers. So make this how you want to make it, guys. Like they said, have fun. Make it beautiful. Make it something that you can use, because whatever planner you decide to go with, that's the big caveat, right? It has to work for you, and you have to actually use it. You can't just sit on your desk or a shelf or in your bag and not get used. All right, so now we're getting into the months. So here's January. We're already through January. I'll just kind of flip through this real quick. They have attending list, monthly goal actions, daily ideas. Now this says January. I'm not getting into February just yet. I'm assuming that all the months are the same. I'll take a quick peek for you guys and see, but most of the time that is laid out pretty similar. Brainstorming your month. And then your month in review. I'm grateful for good things, what I read or what I listened to, favorite memories, goals, what I'm saying no to and what I'm saying yes to. So I like that they're bringing a lot of those prep work questions back in every month so that you're reevaluating each month. Going back just a sec, something else. So here we're in February, and you have a monthly layout, which I didn't show you in January. You do have a monthly layout. However, this planner is a goal specific planner. So you're not going to have a weekly layout. You're not going to have a daily layout. This is designed to be specifically for goals. So you can use this planner in conjunction with any other system that you're using at the time. There are other goal planners that address those other needs, and certainly we'll get to that at some point in time on a different video, but this is specifically a goal planner. So you, again, like January, important to-dos, I'm excited for, on my mind, and I'm hopeful that. And you have these little tips built in other places. Your monthly layout, decorate it however you want to. You can keep it plain and blank and functional. You can put a bunch of stickers on it. You can washi it, marker it, what else? Paint it, like with some watercolors, whatever you want to do. Brainstorming your month with the monthly ideas, the weekly ideas, the daily ideas. You can then move those into a separate planner if you want to. Your action items, that are broken down monthly, weekly, and daily encouraging words this month and priorities. And then you have your month in review. Now let's go to the end of March, because that's when there should be a quarterly review. It's not on the March, so I'm just gonna, oh, I see, they have it. Okay, so they don't have it. So March would be the end of your quarter in this planner. And they have the revision actually under April. So it says your refresh is here. So after those 3 months going into April, then we're gonna do an evaluation and a check-in. So then you have all those areas that were at the beginning, what I'm saying yes to, what I'm saying no to this next quarter. Moving forward, what kept you stuck? What's holding you back? Do you need to change a goal moving forward? What might happen if you did move forward, and what might happen if you don't move forward? Refresh on your goals. So if you need to change them up, they give you a space to do that. You don't have to keep it the same. If you find that going in through the monthlies, you're not able to do a goal, or you want to change a goal, or you totally can do that. So then they have your yearly goal again broken down in many steps. So it's basically like a simplified mini version of the first part of the book. And then you actually get into April. Very cool. Very cool indeed. So yeah, so we're just going to go ahead and flip all the way through, because those quarterly evaluations will be on each segment. So now we're at the end of the year. Fast forward. Oh, I'm stuck. That is the downside sometimes of that O-ring binding, is that you get a gap there where it meets. So I'm just going to have to push it back together. I'll get it lined up and push it back together. Coils, you usually don't have that problem. But O-ring is very sturdy. So at the end of the year, you have your year in review, favorite memory, things you listen to, song that you listen to the most, adventure. And there we go. So yeah, guys, I'm excited to get into this. I'll show you my work along the way. That is the flip through on the Cultivate What Matters 2021 Powersheets Goal Specific Planner. Stay tuned for more videos. See you guys later.